Okay, so what you do first is you take 2 sticks of butter and a half a cup of milk and you just melt it. And I always use a whisk. I don't know, just, oh, I know why I do, because the milk will scorch otherwise. You gotta keep it going. Only hard part about this recipe is keep it going. Just keep it going, the whisking. And you have to have it on a medium to low heat or else the milk will scorch. Okay, so in here, you've got the sugar with the cocoa. And you put it in a different bowl, doesn't matter what kind of bowl. I like to get a bigger one than I need. And then you whisk that. But obviously you use the whisk here first instead of in the wet thing. So this is a combination of sugar and the cocoa mixed up. Really nice. Okay. You gotta, okay, so after you pour the sugar in, then you just start mixing it into the butter and milk. You just stir, stir, stir until it boils. I'll start again when it boils. So, see how it's all smooth? That's because you whisked it ahead of time. And you just keep stirring during this phase because otherwise the milk will scorch. This is again, it's the hardest part, just stir it. And every once in a while when you stop, you'll see when it comes to a rumble. So then when it starts to boil, and you keep the heat on the lower temperature, then you'll start your 6 minutes. You'll see it kind of boiling at the sides. You'll see it boiling at the sides. So I'll stir it up to get the milk all going. It kind of starts sticking to the sides. And when it actually kind of foams up and the bubbles come into the center like it's about to do, that's when you know that that it's boiling. You can start your 6 minutes. This is boiling, baby. Boiling. It kind of came up in the middle. I started my 6-minute timer, and this is boiling. This is why you want to get it in a little excessively, like this kind of pot size, so that it, as it grows up, because milk does that, like the pudding and stuff, that you have room for it to grow up without it spilling over. And again, medium low. So another thing I like to do is before this ever gets to going, is I like to put out what I'm going to put in it. I even put the vanilla in. So when it's boiling like this and you put the vanilla in, it's going to make like I don't know, a sound effect. It's like, it gobbles up the vanilla. But it's just because this is hot and the vanilla's not. Same thing with the almonds. You're about 20 seconds or 15 seconds down. You can turn the heat off because you're not going to need that anymore. And I've got the timer going, so here I'll show you. Teaspoon, let's see if the noise goes. Yeah, meal of frying sound. And then I'll take it off the heat after I put the almonds in. I'm not measuring my almonds. You can. This thing is 2 cups, so I know about to gather it. So keep the heat on with the nuts. I mean, keep it on the heat for the nuts, and then take it away. See how it just cools down instantly? Take it away with the sugar. Now with the sugar, you're gonna want like a spoon, or one of those big serving spoons or forks, to beat it up. I don't know. Let's see if I can do this. You just need a strong utensil. That's why I said that, because sometimes it gets really thick. The thing about it is, I'm making it here in my humidity, and you have yours, So you're gonna move it around. I only put about 3/4 of mine in for the initial stir, 3/4 of the powdered sugar. And so you squish, 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 squish. And that's what it looks like. Hopefully it'll look close to that with your level of humidity. Now I'm gonna put the last one in and keep stirring. Okay, so this is the grand finale. So it'll kind of look like this, and you gotta keep pulling it away from the sides because you don't want fudge that has white stuff. And the dog is over there thinking I'm crazy for talking to myself. And okay, so I experimented by putting him in muffin tins. I started out way too deep. That's gonna take forever for that thing to cool off and be edible. So these are that, and then if you have a pie pan or something, this is the kind that my mom used to make, and it was called, well, this is the size, and it was called spoon fudge, and it stayed drippy, and you ate it with a spoon. Anyway, so this is not gonna stay drippy, it's gonna warm up. But look at what I did. Let me show you. Through the lens. See, that's how it is. It's about like that. And it'll set up. Just takes like 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how cool it is, or if you want to stick it in your freezer or your fridge if you have space. But don't sweat it. If you don't, it'll cool down and set up within an hour or so. As with any candy making, you need to get your hand scrubbed pretty quick so that it doesn't set up there and become a rock. I never have made fudge in this. I just did it this time because it looked like it was going to work out. You can see that these littler ones are setting up faster than these big ones, but there's air in between it, so I thought that would work out okay. I've never done it before. It's going to be really thick. I'll probably cut them into quarters if I'm going to wrap them up. But this way is more traditional, the drop way, or put it in a baking pan and cutting it into squares.